No! Oh! Oh, just get out. Get it out of here!
Yeah. Well, I have something here, Harry. It's showtime! I love this stuff.
No, that's a trick. That's some kind of special effects.
It's on record. I'm going to save this stuff.
Hello, and welcome to the Good Improv Show. Thank you for being here, everyone.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Thank you.
I'm Dan, and I'm joined by my co-hosts Justin and Jordan.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Jordan.
And we're here to talk about another startling untrue crime.
That's right. Welcome to the Good Improv True Crime Podcast. July 4th, 1936. 3 men conned their way into the Los Angeles mansion of a well-to-do couple, claiming to be plumbers. Their credentials were never checked. Their backstory was never checked out. The unassuming, wealthy couple who were hosting a dinner party for their fancy friends that night completely believed that these 3 men, one Mo Howard, his brother Curly Howard, and their accomplice Larry Fines, were indeed qualified plumbers. And in the course of 20 minutes, they proceeded to destroy the home of this innocent couple, causing millions of dollars in damage and untold hardship and mental anguish for the innocent, wealthy, snooty partygoers and their families for years to come.
And here's the thing, Justin. That crime on its own, horrific enough
Yes.
to chill your blood and make you never want to sleep again.
I mean, I feel sorry for those poor wealthy people who
I-
just wanted to have a party. for
I
their
don't
wealthy
even
friends.
use the toilet after knowing about that in case it would ever break down and I might have to hire plumbers on my own.
Exactly.
But the thing is, once we started digging into this, some of the stuff we found was truly startling. This wasn't their first offense.
That's right. These guys were serial fake plumbers.
That's right. And not only fake plumbers, fake doctors, fake musicians. It just seemed like it was incident after incident after incident where they were pretending to be something they weren't. And they weren't the only ones. They weren't the only ones either. There was an earlier incident I remember with two men, one Oliver Norval Hardy and one Stanley Laurel, who wasn't even an American citizen. He was actually British, probably illegally in America. And they again sold their services as builders, movers. They were moving a piano up a stoop, wrecking not only the person's home but a priceless piano as well. And it is just full. The records are full, especially in the Los Angeles area, of these con artists getting into people's homes, pretending to be experts, and just ruining their lives with massive destruction.
Targeting exclusively the rich.
The rich and snooty people who haven't done anything to hurt anybody in their entire existence.
That's right. If you look at these guys' case, they're back there, they're at dinner parties, they're being hired by well-to-do business people, and they're going in and they're just destroying the place, causing untold dollars of damage.
And then one day, it all went too far. August 13th, ironically a Friday, 1939, where they were, the same 3 people who were plumbers earlier, were hired as caterers. And a pie fight broke out. A pie fight broke out, first hitting the matriarch of this wealthy family.
Of course, once again, a rich, snooty victim.
Yep, hostess of the party, right in the face. And by the end of that fight, not a single person in that home was not covered in pie, from head to foot. What makes monsters like these? What makes people want to victimize these wealthy partygoers and destroy their property and homes?
I've heard a lot of theories.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them because these three men wish that they were wealthy and snooty themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And would sometimes even put on airs faking snootiness.
Yeah, I think it's a thirst for power. They're trying to enter action with boldness. They're going in there. Every plumber goes in there and fixes the toilet, fixes the pipes. But they go in there and they do something completely different. They do something that they should have been stopped doing.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think it is incompetence on their part? Like they're trying to fix the they're wanting to be plumbers. They're wanting to do a good job. They're wanting to live that lifestyle, so they're pretending to be in that lifestyle, but they're not capable of it. Or do you think they're going in there intentionally
With malice.
to damage these people's homes as some sort of revenge against the wealthy, who again have done nothing to hurt them, as far as I can tell?
Yeah, I think that they're devious con men. That's what I believe that they are.
Okay.
Because they strike again and again and again, unremorsefully.
Well, this takes a very strange turn, because it turns out that these three deviants have ties to the occult.
Really?
Yeah, and this is one theory that's being put forward, I think, by other podcasters. I mean, so it's got to have some validity to it.
I'd listen to that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That their erratic movements when they go through these chants, like nyuk nyuks and various things like that, combined with specific esoteric movements that take the forms of slaps, gestures, to
Pokes in the eye.
Yeah, and then and then the response, of course, is to do that. But then
That does look like an occult symbol just on the face of it.
Yeah, and that these were actually a secret occult language that these three had, to communicate their plans. And so my question is, was it simply mass destruction? Were they simply anarchists, or were they trying to bring about the end of days? Is this a cult of mayhem and destruction?
Well, I think the fact that they kept the number of the cult relatively low, only 3 members at any given time.
Yeah.
And if any one of those members were to, pass on or move away,
They
can only be replaced by one other member.
who had to do very much the same thing that
That's
the previous
right.
member had done. Yeah.
To indoctrinate them into the cult then, right?
Right. You're right. If the Stooges had been able to replicate themselves, they would have found a way to expand their empire.
Now, I'm glad you brought up their name. Jordan, because the Stooges are what they called themselves, what they refer to themselves as. Now, Stooge to me is a patsy, a pawn,
A fool.
a fool. So were they looking at themselves, do you think, as fools of whatever demonic entity they were attempting to summon? Or do you think their victims were the fools in their cruel game of destruction and malice and hatred?
Well, I just wish we had more insight into that. I
Well-
wish we could ask them today.
I think we can, because we have access to a dramatic recreation from moments of their childhood.
Okay, great.
We take you now to the Howard family home.
Let's cut to that. All right. Mo 2. I'm going to teach you everything you know, Mo. Everything you know, so that when you grow up, you can pound on 2 guys like there's no tomorrow. You can really wallop them and wail on them.
Dad, how come I'm Mo 2?
Shut up, Mo 2.
Oh.
Okay, you're going to tell me all that info? That's great.
No, I'm going to show you.
You're going to show me. That's
Give you
even
a
better.
live demonstration and give you someone to practice on.
Wonderful.
It's going to be me, isn't it, Dad?
Of course it is.
Okay.
That's why I had 2 sons.
You had 2 sons so that I'd be able to practice these moves on somebody?
Yes.
That's the only reason?
We went to a doctor who promised that your mother would have twins. We named you Mo.
Thank you.
We named you Mo too.
Okay, but we do have 2. We have both an older brother and a younger brother.
They're not the same age range, height
Well,
range,
we're twins.
everything
Of course
like
they're
that.
not. We're twins.
That's right.
So your name isn't Mo, it's Mo 2.
I guess. Yeah, that's what they've kept calling me. What am
You're
I?
not also named
What
Mo.
did I get here before you?
Yeah, you're twins.
We're twins. I'm just trying to be clear, Dad.
Look, you're gonna be walloping your brother non-stop.
What's your name?
Don't worry about my name, all right?
I
Yeah,
always call you Dad.
It's weird you've never introduced yourself.
Fine. I'm Mo too. I was part of
You're
a...
Mo as well.
So you 2 share a name.
Yeah, we
You're
share
both
a name.
named-
Your name is Mo too.
Yeah, I was part of a sort of the same situation when I was a youngster.
Oh, all
but
right.
I was able to pummel the original Mo until I became Mo. But I'm still Mo too. You know,
Like legally.
right, legally, exactly.
So there's a chance that I could be Mo.
I mean, there is, but not with these little flappy little arms next to your brother there. He's going to be walloping you with uppercuts and poking you in the eyes, dropping bowling balls on you, hitting you in the head with a hammer sometimes. I mean, knocking all your teeth out.
Won't that injure or kill him?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, that sounds really violent, Dad.
That way you know, when you get to be an adult, how to go just to the line before you kill. You'll be able to hit with your maximum power without killing. So you can keep 2 guys under control.
That's incredible. Thanks, Dad. That's the greatest gift the father could give.
You're welcome. And good luck growing up, Mo 2.
All right, I'll do my best. We cut to years later. Okay, look, he's coming. Okay, look, I'll play that you know what you're doing, and I'll pretend you're actually hitting me. Okay?
Okay.
Because you're not getting it. You're not getting it.
You don't think I have the power
No,
to
no.
pull back right to the edge?
No, I don't think you have the power at all. All right. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Hello there, boys.
Hey, Dad.
Mo 2, you don't have any black eyes or bruises?
Oh
or
no, I've just been covering up with stage makeup.
Wearing makeup. Okay, perfect. Gives you an even better reason to beat him up.
Yeah, totally. That's 100% going to happen.
Okay.
Like we practice. Come on, like we practice.
Let's see a good hit.
All
Good
right.
strong hit.
I'll just get this this bowling ball here,
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
and I'll just drop it on his head.
Perfect.
Ow! That hit the side of my head. You probably couldn't tell from your angle.
Looks very much like it hit your shoulder, kind of, maybe, and bounced off to the floor.
Yeah, I mean, no, it hit the side of my head for sure, Dad, for sure.
Okay.
So, perfectly demonstrated.
All right. Good work, Mo.
Thanks.
Look, what did I tell you? You got to do this right.
Okay. All right.
Look, I don't want to look. Ow! Look. You smarten up, all right? Do it properly, okay, or he's going to not feed us.
Okay. All right.
All right? I
I'll
don't
do
want
the eye move.
Okay, all right, you do the eye move.
All
Now,
right.
remember, I'm going to block it.
Okay.
But then you come in with 2.
Then I'll come in with 2.
Yeah.
And I'll gouge my fingers right in your eyes, just
yes.
to the edge.
Yes. That's
Okay.
exactly how you're supposed to do it.
All right.
All right.
We cut to the hospital. Sir, I'm sorry, your son's eyes are not recoverable.
What?
Yeah. Completely gouged out.
Okay, you want to explain to me how Mo was giving somebody the old finger to the eye trick, and he managed to lose his eyes?
Well, I guess in a weird twist of fate, he managed to poke himself in both eyes.
Dad, I was just talking to Mo, and he feels really bad about what happened.
Oh, he does he?
Yeah.
Well, he should feel bad. He did very badly.
Look, I'm sorry, Dad. We thought, if we practiced, maybe he'd get good at it, but he just doesn't get it. He doesn't get it, Dad. He doesn't understand.
I'm starting to think that when you boys grow up, you're not going to be able to keep 2 guys in line by smacking them around.
Look, Dad, look. Just give him another chance, all right? Look, you're his doctor, right? You got to get in there.
Yeah.
You got to save his eyes.
I will try, okay?
Oh,
but
you'll
there's
try, huh?
severe damage to his...
You try, huh? Yeah, you try this. Hey, look at this. Whoa, look at that. You bam, like that.
Oh, wow.
All right, now, look, I want you to get in there, stupid, and I want you to fix that guy's eyes. Because you're not. You're going to get a knuckle sandwich. You got it? Hey, what? You see this wrench? Now, keep your eye on your tools and get in there. Sorry, I had to see that, Dad. I'd get that guy under control.
Maybe I was wrong about you. Maybe you should be Mo. And Mo should become Mo too.
Well, he's
I mean, legally, he'd still be Mo. He'd still be Mo too. Legally, you'd be in the same situation I'm in.
Well, he's blind, Dad. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be able to mow anytime soon.
No, you look like you got it. You were smacking that doctor around without a care in the world.
Yeah,
You think you can do it with a doctor and a nurse at the same time?
I mean, I can try. I can try my best, Dad.
We cut to after that's happened. All right. Well done, son. You're ready.
Oh, are you sure, Dad? I caused a lot of damage inside that hospital.
I know.
Those antics got out of control really
But
fast.
as you grow, you'll learn to keep it just under the line so that you can keep operating for years and years.
All right.
You and 2 other guys.
All right. Well, I can get one of my brothers.
Yeah, make your brother do it.
That's maybe some other guy.
Okay,
Well,
good.
I'm Larry Fine, director of this hospital, and I demand that you pay for all of this
Hey,
damage.
stupid. Shh, shut up. Now, follow me. We got to get my brother.
I didn't know Larry owned a hospital. Let's go back to the podcast now. So it's easy to see how one can be pushed right to the edge.
It's psychological. It's psychological torture.
It is,
That
absolutely.
Their father was piling onto them.
Literally making a murderer.
Yeah. Or making a stooge, I guess.
Right,
Making
a stooge in this case, yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to name drop that for any kind of engagement clicks. So if
Yeah.
you see Making a Murderer, you can subscribe to the podcast down
Hashtag
below.
making a murderer. Please subscribe.
Okay, so...
Wait, don't subscribe to Making a Murderer. Subscribe to
subscribe to this
the
channel.
Good Improv
Yeah.
murder
Improv-
podcast.
Untrue crime.
If you get value out of this video, hit subscribe.
That's right.
Only if you get value out of it.
That's right.
If you don't, then hit subscribe.
Okay. Sorry,
Okay.
you were saying.
No, I was going to bring up another kind of crime from a different time, a more Stone Age time. A crime against animals. Now, many will remember the Flintstones,
Yep.
beloved show. They'll remember some of the inventions, like the car where you have to use your feet to run.
Yeah, that was a great idea. That saved money on gas.
Very innovative.
Very innovative, right? The bowling balls made out of actual rocks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's around.
Yep.
Yep.
The large steaks.
Yeah. Look
From
at the portions
dinosaurs?
back then. At a fraction of the price today, yeah.
But what are often forgotten are the animals, of course. In the opening scene to the Flintstones, Fred is on top of a brontosaurus
Yep.
with balancing on its neck.
Doing
no,
his work.
He's on the hump.
Is he? But then
Or
he
is it on the
slides.
head?
I thought he slides down the neck.
I
and
thought he
the
slid down
hump.
the tail.
Maybe the tail. He's on the back of the dinosaur.
Because the neck needs to be done, because that's how you use it.
And he has reins, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
There's
He's
reins.
Using him as a piece of equipment. to
Yes, a
barely move
brontosaurus
boulders.
is not a reinable animal.
But Fred is the operator. That's his job. you
Right.
know?
Operating animals that they're machines.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the quarry. Yes.
Well, I mean, and well, then what happens when it's time to go home? What happens? Some poor bird gets their tail pulled
That's right.
to make a god awful. Birds don't just make that sound that sounds like a go home whistle just normally. You have to yank on their tail and cause them immense pain
And
to make that happen.
they know that because they've got that rigged up.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that they shot on the fly. Pull its tail. No.
No.
There's a string attached, ready to go.
That's how you know it's time to go home.
replicatable.
Yeah. Massive animal cruelty, and everyone knew it, and no one was doing anything about it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with.
Okay, here we go.
I don't think Bedrock would enjoy regulation.
No, but at the same
I don't
time,
think they'd embrace it. I think you'd find their ideas are a bit primitive.
Well, I don't think they'd embrace it either. I mean, this is based on their entire way of life. Their entire existence is based on the subjugation of these animals.
Yeah, and I would say this. You tell me Fred is not civilized? The man wears a tie to work at a quarry.
Yeah.
He does.
So he must know what he's doing is wrong. But I mean, that's just the quarry.
Correct.
That's
He
just the
must
quarry.
know what he's doing is wrong.
That's just the quarry. I mean, that is just the tip of the iceberg of animal cruelty in Bedrock. July 4th, 84,253 BC. Fred Flintstone arrives home as he does every day. Finishes his pre-dinner snack that he gets out of the icebox. And after he's finished, he goes over to his sink in his modern Stone Age family home, and he takes the bones, the fat and gristle, the unwanted filth from his plate, and he puts it down the drain of that sink to use his garbage disposal.
That's right.
But when you pull that curtain back, what do you see under there? It's not some mechanical device. It is a living creature that is being fed that food. Some sort of boar-like animal, perhaps?
That's right.
Yeah. A Garbor Raider.
Boar Raider. And then he looks, what happens? What happens after he does it? After he is forced to choke down these bones and leftover smoky meats from their primitive cooking devices, what can he do? He can do nothing because he is a captive. All he can do is look at us as if pleading and say, huh? It's a living. To which he is played out by humiliating womp, 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 womp music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's accepted his fate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He knows that he'll never escape.
Yeah.
Even pleading directly to us
Yeah.
will earn him nothing.
He knows, and he knows. He's fully aware.
But he's still providing a service. He's still being a productive member of Bedrock.
But he doesn't get to participate in any of the advantages of that society. He provides that service without getting any of the benefits of Bedrock. Where's his modern Stone Age family home? Where's his
yes.
He's
automobile?
in it. He's in it. He's
Yes, performing these horrible tasks.
That's
He's
right.
in it.
without which he wouldn't be in it, right? You call them horrible tasks, but is it horrible to give a man an opportunity to make himself better?
To be better by eating garbage, by literally having garbage shoved down his poor prehistoric piggy throat.
But
And
it's
not
not
even
being-
when he wants to. Oh, only when Fred Flintstone deems it so. It's like, okay, now it's time to...
Yeah.
Right, but Fred eats regularly.
Still.
He's taking as good care of the Garbor Raider, as he is of Dino.
Okay. Oh, let's talk about Dino. All the other animals seemingly can look at us and say something like, it's a living, or something just as sarcastic. How come Dino never talks?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Maybe Dino does talk, but he's just got nothing to say.
Oh, or maybe he was bred to not be able to speak.
Maybe.
They are breeding an entire
I believe that.
race of creatures that are unable to speak,
Yes. I
to be
believe that.
pets. They let the Garburator be sarcastic and make remarks. But no.
Well, because ultimately they're dumping the garbage down
Yeah.
the Garburator's face. There's nothing it can do about it.
Yeah.
But Dino is like a house pet. They want to have a house pet that they can like, oh, aren't you cute? Why isn't the mammoth who provides us water for the shower cute?
Yeah.
Why isn't the bird whose beak gets thrust down into a rock
Yeah.
as some sort of record player? Where
Who
does
has to sit there for the entirety of the record?
It's possible that Dino is a nonverbal autistic.
I suppose that's possible. Yeah. But I mean, so someone who's mentally non-typical is now just considered a pet of the home? And here's another circumstance where we see the only form of resistance that we see, and we see it at the beginning or the end of every episode, where Fred goes inside, he puts the cat outside, and then the cat says no,
enough?
and he goes in and he takes Fred and kicks Fred out and closes the door, to which Fred can only helplessly pound on it and scream for his wife. That's the only thing he knows to do.
The amount of rage you see in Fred during this time is startling.
And so let me ask you this. We see that cat at the end credits of every episode. So he was there near the beginning. Where was the cat in the series?
Well, I believe that Fred yells that because Wilma wanted the cat. It was Wilma's idea to get this cat.
Well,
the only animal in the house that would actually put its foot down and say no.
And then disappeared. You see Dino all the time.
Yes.
Poor,
What
quiet,
is
obedient
That's
Dino.
right. Dino's subservient. He's
You
not
never
gonna
see the cat. You see the cat there,
Yeah.
and then you never see the cat again, because I think they got rid of him.
Well, maybe. They do a lot of sleeping. They do a lot of sleeping.
Look, there's one more thing that I need to point out about Fred Flintstone here that I think will aid this conversation along the way. He is also hallucinating. He imagines a little green man is nearby and can talk to him and do magic and kind of all that sort of stuff.
And instead of someone saying, "Hey, this man is clearly mentally disturbed,"
And the rage that
and
he
the rage, oh, the
experiences.
violence, the rage.
I've saw him once bought Barney Rubble down into the ground like a signpost.
Instead of giving this man help and taking power away from him because clearly he's abusing it, no, he is left to be in charge of all the lives of these creatures.
He might have even been up for Grand Poobah.
Yeah, in this cultist organization with their chants and their cultic trappings, sitting there in their bare feet
That's right.
with their bison helmets.
With their strengthened feet from pedaling their car all day around.
That's right. Yeah. But hey, Bedrock didn't have any potholes. The roads were always in great shape.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
You know why? Because probably some poor animal they shoved tar into some poor animal.
A pelican's beak, I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah.
And
a
then they'd
pelican's
scoop
beak.
it out.
Scoop it out and put it. That's why those roads don't have potholes, Jordan, because some poor animal had to suffer to fill those potholes.
That's right.
And then I bet he looked at the camera out to us and pleaded with us, but then all he could say with a mouthful of tar is, it's a living.
Right, because if that animal wants to participate in Bedrock's economy, it has to do something. It has to have tar shoved in its mouth and get used as a broom.
Well, I don't think we're going to get to the bottom of the conspiracy that is Bedrock and the crimes against their animals.
Should we
anytime
talk about
soon.
the Bedrock Strangler?
Well, no, hold on, Jordan. Before we move on to the Bedrock Strangler, I just want to introduce one more piece of something here, okay?
Okay.
That portrays exactly into the tar mouth thing that we were just talking about. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If the roads in Bedrock are always perfect, and the car's wheels are made out of stone themselves,
Mhm.
and Fred works in a quarry,
Mhm.
is there some sort of money connection between all three of those things?
I think so. I think that's the only conclusion you can bring out, because I mean it's a stone-based economy, but it's a stone-based economy based on a false economy. They have to quarry the stone to use the stone. They have to use the stone because they have stone,
That's right.
and they can't.
Yeah.
If they stopped, like, hey, guys, why don't we make rubber tires? The whole system would fall apart.
You think Bedrock's a planned economy?
I think it is.
I think it has to be.
It
Has to be, eh?
It's a self-perpetuating economy. It exists to quarry rock. The rock is quarried to make things. Things are made of rock because you need to, because you're quarrying rock. And it's a cycle that goes on and on and on.
Never stops.
Yeah. You notice you never see anyone farming. And I bet if someone started, they'd
It's
go,
all meat.
hey, you, get out of here with that.
They're doing carnivore diet.
Yeah, we don't need
All
that
meat.
here.
We never see the animals that they slaughter either.
Because it's the pets and the animals that are
the ones that
services
step out of line.
Step out of line.
The
and
ones that say,
complain.
no,
Yeah.
this isn't a living.
Yeah, this is not a living. It's a crappy living, and I'm not going to take it anymore. That big rib that goes on the side of the car, probably a dino excavator.
A brontosaurus, was just
Brontosaurus
like,
didn't
what
wanna-
the hell am I doing? I got a rock balanced on my head
Didn't
now?
want to do it anymore. Screw this in your living.
I used to just roam free on the plains, eating from the trees as I pleased.
And
Now
now-
I've got a rock on my
now
head.
I have a job, a 9-to-5 job that I can't stop until some asshole tortures a bird, and then he gets to go home,
Yeah,
and I have to stay here.
because I can't get out of the quarry on my own because of my little legs.
And the tribes that lived in that area, too, all had rock-based names.
Yeah.
Fred Flintstone.
It goes back to that.
Mr.
Right?
Barney.
Slate.
Barney Rubble, Mr. Slate. That's right.
Others.
Well, there's too numerous to mention.
Yeah.
Many, many more. Pebble.
Well,
Pebbles.
we're going to switch gears now.
Well, hold on. I'd like to hear a little bit more about the Bedrock Strangler.
Oh, yeah, the Bedrock Strangler.
It wasn't really on our roster. We were doing.
Yeah, we were mainly doing the animal cruelty thing.
But no, I'd love to hear more about it.
Oh, it's just a guy strangled 3 people in Bedrock. They caught him after a week, but he almost got away.
Oh,
He almost got away.
Like-
Yeah, you know what did him in? He, on his ID, he made a fake ID, and he didn't have a rock-based name.
so they were like, whoa, and right away.
Right
Wow,
away,
you'd
they
think
got
you
him.
would have read the room. I mean, he's in Bedrock. To make a fake ID, you'd have to take a rock and
Yeah.
chisel something into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rock.
And he
Yeah.
doesn't pick a rock. What name did he choose?
Bill Strangler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little on the nose.
I would have been like Bill Rockstone or
Yeah, Bill Rockstone, double rock.
Bill Gravel,
Oh,
something like that.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
Volcanic rock.
Well, we're gonna switch gears again, and bring up another horrible true crime.
These are hard to stomach.
November 5th, 1985. Commercial plays on TV trying to promote fire safety. Children around the world are mesmerized by an anthropomorphic bear wearing a hat and a pair of jeans that informs them all that only you can prevent forest fires. Smokey the Bear becomes an icon and a hero to children everywhere. But what was really going on? Why was he wearing pants and no shirt?
And a hat.
And a hat. Where did he get that stuff from? Bears don't buy clothing.
Was he an official park ranger? It seemed like
Was
he
he
was.
And who was starting all those fires?
Illuminati?
Well, I'll tell you this, guys. When I was a youngster, hearing that phrase for the first time, only you can prevent forest fires, that just terrified a young Dan.
Yeah.
Because I thought, any forest fire that broke out now, that's on me.
Yeah,
that's,
you're the
that's
only
on
one.
my back.
You're the only one who can stop it.
And I've been informed, so I can't even say I didn't know I was
That bear
supposed to be
seemed
doing
trustworthy.
Right.
Right.
And how many did you personally prevent?
it. None. I mean,
Zero.
there
You're
was-
watching that thinking, am I supposed to be at work right now? Am I supposed to be somewhere stopping this?
Yeah.
Because the news is telling me there's a forest fire, and this guy's telling me only I can prevent them.
Right.
Well, it's too late. Once it started, what are you supposed to do? They didn't say only you can put out forest fires. Only I can prevent them. So once they're past the stage of being prevented,
they're not. I
it's
mean-
really not on my shoulders anymore,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
now we pass that on to the fire team now.
Well, I'll give you a fact about my life that you may not know, gentlemen. That actually got so deep into my psyche that it ruined my education.
Oh, wow.
I was sitting in class, I'm trying to do my exams, I'm trying to study, and all the whole time I'm concerned about these fires. How can I stop them? Where are they?
Right.
What do I do about it? So I fail a bunch of exams. My grades plummet. I do horrible through school. Don't even go to university. Barely graduated. All because of these fires getting into my mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but just hear me out here.
So this crime has personally affected me.
Is it that, or was it because you're really dumb?
I can't see how that's possible.
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
I'm the summary of the 5 people I hang around. I hang out with you 2 guys and then
Okay.
3 other idiots.
Not a good sign so far, but
Okay,
all right.
well,
all
yeah,
right.
that's not looking good.
Okay. But anyway, yeah. So here we have this bear clearly traumatizing people his entire life. But who knows about this bear? What do we know about him? How did he get that job? Well, I think we have access to a dramatic reenactment.
We do.
Yeah, good. So let's go there now.
We're going to go there now. All right, Smokey 2.
Hey,
I'm your father.
yes, we're aware.
Yeah.
We know.
We're all bears here, all
Yeah,
3 of us.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I got some final wisdom to impart to you boys before I die.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I still plan to live quite a long time.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'd like
yeah.
to
But
get
you just
that
want to
out.
get this out of the way. I see.
Then I don't forget.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
oh, shoot, deathbed. I gotta.
It's easy to get distracted. You're
Yeah.
doing something else.
I want to
put it
clear my
off.
calendar for when I have my
Never
deathbed.
put
just-
off till tomorrow what you can do today.
That's right.
That's a good point, Smokey, too.
Yeah. Thanks, Smokey One.
No, it's just Smokey.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just Smokey.
Just Smokey. Right.
Yeah. Smokey. Not just Smokey. My name is Smokey.
Smokey.
All right. I got a piece of information to share with you boys.
All right, Dad. Dad One.
Smokey,
Yes?
I'm going to need you to take on a task that you're going to have to complete over the course of your lifetime.
Okay.
It's going to sound crazy, but I'm going to need you to handle it.
All right.
I'm going to need you to make sure there's no forest fires anywhere, ever.
What?
But, I mean, Dad, he's just a bear. How is he going to do that?
I don't. Right. Okay. How's a bear connected to forest fires?
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
we don't have fire.
And that's a huge responsibility.
I know it is.
I'm a bear.
That's why you need to take it on. Okay.
And do what with it?
Make sure that no fires happen around anymore. No
How?
more forest fires.
How am I supposed to do that?
I'm not here to tell you how to do it. I'm just telling you to do it.
Well, can I at least get some clothes or something?
My,
If I gotta be out here doing this job, I might as well wear some clothes.
Fine, you can have some pants.
Yeah? You got a house for me to live in? You're gonna get a paycheck?
No, go get a job. Probably a park ranger or something.
Apparently, I have a job. It's to prevent these fires.
That's your quest.
Oh, it's my
That's
quest.
your duty. That's not your
You
job.
don't get paid for a quest.
Yeah.
Who's paying me?
Nobody.
Then what do I get for it?
You get the honor of preventing all forest fires.
And what can I do with
The
that?
prestige of it all. You'll be an icon. And you, Smokey too.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's valuable.
Smokey too. I need you to cause all forest fires.
What? You're pitting us against each other.
No. You guys won't be in direct competition.
Yeah, he's preventing all forest fires, and I am now causing all forest fires.
That's right.
We're going to be in direct competition.
You're also competing with Mother Nature. Because
Yeah.
Mother Nature's out there causing fires.
That's right.
Right? Like,
Your
I have
job
to
might
get in
actually
on
be
that.
harder.
I have to get in on that before she starts
Because
them.
Mother Nature is crazy with those forest fires.
You better get some clothes, too.
And then all those people, all the people that cause forest fires.
I'm going to give you a shirt.
Oh, okay. I guess it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
what's he
a
get?
great shirt. Do I get a shirt?
No, you don't get a shirt. You got pants.
What? I get pants? All right.
I gave you the pants already.
I'm wearing them. I like them.
Oh, so I get the shirt, he gets the pants.
Yeah.
What about a hat or something?
P.S.
Well, I got a hat. Here, you get a hat.
Thanks.
Park ranger hat.
Can I have a hat?
No, you can have some shoes, though.
Oh, all right. Well, like we're like polar opposites here.
That's right.
Are these all clothes from one park ranger that you mauled to death?
Well, maybe. I wanted to get two, so you boys could each have a full set of clothing, but here we are.
One it is.
All
Well,
right.
good luck, brother.
I guess.
Good luck, Smokey, too.
Good luck, Smokey. I better get on these forest
Okay?
fires.
Yeah, you guys get started now. We cut to like 15 years later. Well, boys, I'm ready to die now.
Sorry you got burnt in that fire.
Yeah, what was that all about?
Well, I was starting it. I got to start a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I have to preemptively start them before other people can start them.
Yeah.
And I just follow him around putting them out.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not really preventing, though, is it?
Well, how fast can I work? I'm one bear.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I going to do? Recruit children to work for me?
If that's what it takes. God, I expected more from you, Smokey.
Well, it's too late. It's actually a little too. I got this commercial to show you. I just
Oh.
put it on TV here. I mean, I count this as I'm starting these, but
I
here
don't
it
usually
is.
like to watch commercials on my deathbed.
Hi, this is Smokey 2 reminding you that you can start forest fires.
Wow.
See? Did you like that?
That's a good
I
message.
look right at the camera, right at the kid, telling them they have the power to do it.
Intimidating.
They believe in themselves. They can start forest fires.
Yeah.
So I count those as fires that
I
I
would
started.
too. I count that. Did you put on anything like that? Anything similar?
I don't think that was produced very well, but I'm going to come up with
It
something.
looks pretty well produced.
I'm
We
gonna-
cut to the next screening. All right, I've been waiting on my deathbed for the last 2 weeks.
Wow,
you got
you've
something
been in
yet?
a lot of pain.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I wanted to see this video before I go.
I got
to make sure both of my boys made it somewhere respectable.
Okay, here it is. Forest fires is up to you.
Oh, wow. Okay, he's rapping, Dad.
Is
He's
this-
You
rapping.
got to stop them. It's the thing to do.
You didn't even bring a produced commercial. You're just doing this for me live.
Yeah, I do it live, and you got the water.
Okay, beatboxing.
Okay, why do I have the water? Is that to put out the fire? You're supposed to be preventing fires.
Yeah, that's to prevent it.
All right, Smokey, I'm very, very ashamed of you. Smokey 2, you did great in life.
Thanks, Dad.
You're the flagship Smokey Bear now, as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, Dad, I just set your bed on fire.
Oh, what a boy. What a...
And then he goes to bear purgatory.
Well, we have one last horrific true crime to share with you all. And
Has to be the last one.
Yeah.
I can't test.
no,
I can't take
stomach
anymore.
much more of these. I can't stomach much more of these.
It's the most impactful one.
Yeah. And this is this one's gonna be rough. This is gonna be a hard one to take. January 5th, 1989. Van drives down the street. Swerves to avoid a car. Its back door flies open. And a can of mutagen goop bounces off the face and eyes of a young man who later becomes blind and becomes a superhero, but that's not what we're talking about, and rolls down into a city sewer where it falls upon 4 helpless baby turtles and 1 adult rat, changing them into horrific mutations, mockeries of humanity. And then these creatures, out of revenge for their horrible fate, begin harassing a local ninja clan who's just out there trying to survive, as ninja clans do. A club of ninjas, not hurting anybody, as far as I know. Again, as far as I know. And through nonstop harassment, basically tears down this organization.
I'd like to talk about the Foot Clan a little bit, if I could.
Good.
Because they're an organization, let me tell you, they donate a lot.
Yeah, I hear they do a lot of good work.
They do, to local libraries.
Yeah.
And they spend a lot of time volunteering.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, have you heard of the Guardian Angels?
A little, yeah.
They're kind of like that. They ride the subway, they prevent conflicts.
But they're ninjas, then they do it in secret. Like, they come in and donate
Right.
things, and you don't even know they've been there.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. If you've got these terrifying, grotesque creatures running around in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
wouldn't you want somebody out there trying to protect you from them?
Yeah.
Lest they break into your home and start... I hear they're carrying these dangerous ninja weapons
Yeah,
around.
yeah, like serious stuff. Like throwing stars and swords. And
Right.
nunchucks.
I think a lot of people put up with this. I think a lot of people put up with this because these creatures have such good propaganda. A lot of people don't even understand that the Foot Clan is not robots.
Yeah.
There's actual people underneath there.
Yeah. Well, then that's just it. I'm glad you brought up propaganda. I'm glad you brought up propaganda because the liberal elite media is trying to paint these guys as heroes.
Yes,
Here
they
you
are.
have some reporter who's out there, in a yellow tracksuit, showing a lot of cleavage to get people's attention.
And it is pretty attention-getting.
It is pretty
if I
attention.
do say so myself.
That's quite something. That was
We've all seen
all
it.
seen
that was
it.
impressive
Very
cleavage.
nice.
Give credit where
nice.
credit is due.
Very nice.
But
But the face of journalism is changing, too.
yeah. But I mean, what I'm saying is it's all positive stories about these turtles. Who are these turtles? Why? Oh, these turtles are helping us. Aren't these turtles great? Just positive story after positive story after positive story about these turtles.
That's there, right there. You're using the words now. Turtles, they call them. These aren't turtles.
Yeah.
These are grotesque mutations.
Yeah,
okay?
see?
Creatures at best.
Yeah.
They're not turtles.
Can you call it a turtle if it's like part human and barely either?
Right. Oh, I was in an industrial accident, a press, and I pressed a metal shell onto my back. Am I now a turtle?
No.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the crimes that these turtles are responsible for.
Please do.
There's a business, a family-owned business. It's been around for over 220 years.
Wow.
Called Jimmy's Pizza.
Yeah.
Okay, this business is a backbone of the local community, providing food, nourishing the citizens.
Pizza for the last 220 years.
That's right, it's multi-generational.
The same spot.
The same spot. They're a blue-collar, hard-working family, okay? And these malicious criminals will order pizza from this shop, Jimmy's Pizza, and they will provide an address. Now, as a pizza delivery person, you're used to seeing an address,
Yeah,
right?
of course. How else do you deliver the pizza?
That's where it goes.
How else do you deliver the pizza? Well, these criminals know that this pizza shop has a 30 minutes or it's free policy. Okay? And they often will have these pizzas delivered to a sewer with no discernible markings of an address.
How are you supposed to find that in 30 minutes? How are you supposed to find that in 30 minutes?
So the 30 minutes comes up. This abomination bursts out of the sewer and says, "Give me from me!" Blah, 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 threatens you with a knife.
Right.
And what are you supposed to do? Other than give him the free pizza and run for your life?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a knife, sometimes it's a long stick, sometimes it's nunchucks.
And they're wearing masks. All of them are wearing masks, so we don't even know what these things really look like.
That's right.
They have so far cost this business over $23,000 in lost pizza.
I mean, you'd think that they'd stop delivering to sewer addresses, but at the same time, I understand. It's a business.
Let's not victim
It's
shame
right.
here.
It's
Let's
a
not victim
business.
blame.
That's right.
Because for all they know, it could be a legitimate one.
That's right. It could be a legitimate sewer this time. Could be an evil guy living underground. You never know.
Well,
If you want to help the lovely people at Jimmy's Pizza, we've got the PayPal link in our description.
Please order a pizza from an actual address that they can find within 30 minutes.
Yes.
Please.
You can go there and you can buy them a pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
something we'll have available.
I'd like to talk about these guys and how they are anti-immigrant.
The pizza people?
No, the turtles.
Oh.
Sorry, the mutants, the mutations.
Yeah, I was gonna say turtles again. You're talking their language.
It's all the liberal media trying to play them off as just friendly
They
things.
programmed you.
Yeah, it's hard to fight against that. But they're anti-immigrant. Let me tell you a story. July 26th, 1982.
Thank you for having these dates available and doing that research.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I love hearing about the stories, but I'm terrible with the facts and figures.
These are the actual dates. These are actual dates.
That's right. And unlike other podcasts that might be using AI to do all their research, no, Justin does this very intensely, very personally.
Yeah.
Okay,
Justice had multiple wives leave him over this hobby.
Multiple.
That's right.
Not my
Obsession.
wife, but other people's wives I've been having affairs with.
They've
all left.
To break off the affair.
Yeah, I can't.
Like, you don't have time to pleasure me correctly and continue this.
Yeah. So anyway, this immigrant coming to American shores, wanting to start a new life for itself, wanting to start a new life simply, and has a business idea, Terror Dome.
Okay.
Right? Which, I mean, sounds like fun. It's some sort of amusement park, I'm guessing. Not only is this individual an immigrant from a different country, a different culture, different dimension.
Different dimension,
Yeah,
even.
different dimension. But he's handicapped. He has to use a mechanical suit
in order to get around.
in order to move around. Right?
Okay. But what are his ideas? That's really what
Well,
matters.
this is the thing. I've actually heard about this case as well.
Yeah.
This guy is literally all brains, so he's 100% ideas.
He's all ideas all the time. And what happens? These mutations, these horrid creatures who are just angry with their lot in life, angry with society, want to get revenge on
Sexually
just anything.
frustrated,
Sexually
probably.
frustrated because they got a wicked hot reporter constantly doing news stories about them, and yet they can't touch that. They can't, she's not going to put out for that.
I mean, for God's sake, can you imagine?
Incels.
I can't imagine, and I will just leave it at that.
They're incels and they
They're
rage
incels.
post.
That's right.
They've got a big long, that's what they probably call that stick, the rage post.
The rage post is what it is. That's what they call it. But anyway, they have nothing better to do. So what do? They look into this guy. They won't leave him alone. What are your plans? What are you doing? What's this Terror Dome? Where can we find it? What dimension are you from? How do we send you back there? Non-stop. This man, I will remind you again, coming to the United States of America to make a better life for himself, and is handicapped, okay? Needs a special mobility device to get around because he is a brain in a seat.
I need a special mobility device to get around. It's called a car.
Well, he
It
can't
would
drive
take
a
way
car.
too long to walk
He
everywhere.
just has little brainy tentacles.
He's got brain arms. His arms are made out of brains,
What are
even.
these?
Flippers.
Same thing.
They're not made out of brains. They're just made out of normal human meat.
How much
stuff.
does that hurt, too? He must, because they're made of brain. Like, if your brain touched something, I'd imagine you'd feel a bit of pain.
Well, your brain can't feel pain.
No?
No. They can poke you during surgery and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know
You can't
that.
even feel it.
I guess.
Think he'd have brain pain in the same vein?
I don't know.
No brain pain.
No brain pain at all.
Again?
Well, that's pretty egregious. I agree.
Yes.
That is one of their more egregious acts. How about this? How about bullying a scientist, contributing to mankind's future, into becoming a half man, half fly monstrosity who now terrorizes the city?
A scientist who all he was trying to do, by the way, is help with the rodent problem in New York, which is a huge problem, causes a lot of diseases.
Yes. Property damage,
Property
cutting through wires.
Cutting through wires, exactly. He's trying to help with the rodent problem. And what happens?
Targeted.
Immediately.
These abominations see anything doing good, and they just zero right in on it.
Yeah.
You know, the Foot Clan has done a lot to lower the rodents in and around the areas that they patrol.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, they're doing good. They're helping people.
I've heard the Foot Clan has even been able to somehow work with this half fly, half scientist abomination.
Funding his project still.
That's
even
right.
though his life was ruined.
Of course, because they're that type of organization. They're a helping hand.
That's right.
But
a helping
these,
foot.
A helping
four mutants, their horrible mutant father, and their ludicrously hot friend on the press.
Very hot friend.
It's just ridiculously hot. Weirdly hot for something that a child is watching at like 10:30 in the morning on a Saturday. Anyway.
Let's talk about the father. Because the sons and the father are one and the same. Now, the father, doesn't need to be said, is a rat himself.
Yep.
So, of course, they would want to smash up any project that was stopping any rodents from multiplying.
And you know what? The father is a rat, and he is, I believe, not born in the United States. He's from Japan. So he's an immigrant coming to this soil, coming to the States, trying to take advantage of all the great things that you get from coming here.
He also groomed these turtles.
Yeah.
He got them right for when they were young, and he molded them into the image that he wanted them to be.
That's right.
Exactly. Just another example of immigrants coming in and taking advantage of Americans and corrupting them.
Well, I'll tell you this.
To attack corrupting them to attack poor, innocent immigrants that are trying to come here to better their lives.
That's right. Well, I'll tell you this. If I was found living in the sewers with 4 teenage boys who I had groomed to do my bidding for 14 years.
Make them train nonstop. In the
Without their
weapons,
shirts, I
without
bet.
their shirts. Naked, without any clothes at all. Mask and a
Just
belt.
straps.
Yeah.
See, now if I got caught doing that again,
Straight to
all
jail.
hell would break loose.
Yeah, but this guy gets to do it. Nobody talks to him.
That must be because he's an informant. You ever heard of Whitey Bulger?
Yeah.
Or Bulger? I don't know how you pronounce it. But they allowed him to operate with impunity.
So you think this guy's some sort of informant?
Yes.
On
Might
the
go all the way to
Yakuza
the
or
mayor.
Something. Could be a Yakuza, could be Illuminati, could be the Club of 33, could be the Chuck E. Cheese ring. Who knows?
Wow. Anybody.
Well, the rat Chuck E. Cheese connection makes a lot of sense
that's
to
right
me.
there. That jumped out to me, too, right away, as soon as you said that.
Yeah.
As soon as you said that.
So startling facts here revealed today.
Yes,
I don't think anybody else knew that until now.
Yeah.
Until we speculated it into existence.
Exactly.
Well, it's important work that we're doing.
It is.
Right.
Very important work.
But you know what, guys? I think that's probably enough.
Yeah.
True crime.
Yeah.
Like my stomach is just churning.
I'm sorry. We should have said viewer discretion or
Thinking
listener
of some of the
discretion is
stuff
advised.
that these people did.
We didn't get to a bunch of the cases that we wanted to. But
Next
there's
time.
no shortage of true crime
That's right.
out there.
Yeah.
That's right. So remember to tune in here to get a good improv true crime podcast
Yeah.
to hear the truth.
Yeah.
And then stay vigilant. Stay vigilant out there.
Have a nice day, everyone.
God, April Neal was hot.